Welcome back to my YouTube videos. I'm Jasper, and today we are going to talk about Mastery by Robert Greene. And I fucking love his book. They are very great, but yeah, they're fucking long to listen to if you buy the audio version as I do. Just quickly pull it up here, as you can see. Wait, in the badge on the audiobook app. But yeah, that's how the cover of his books look. And it's 16 hours and 9 minutes in the audio version. But yeah, today we are going to talk about the 5 takeaways I got from his book and how you can apply it to your life. So yeah, stay tuned for that and listen all the way to the end. But yeah, before we jump into the takeaways, in the book, he using a lot of stories to explain his explanations, which makes it better to read, and it's quite some interesting stories he comes with, and actually craft and skills people throughout time have. So, for example, he told the story from people that was sailing from island to island. But as we have now, we have GPS, navigation tools, we have all for electronics to navigate and know exactly where we are. But they just they only use the stars and how the stars was aligned on the aligned in the sky, compared to their position, and also by the help of the sun. The first takeaway is to find out our own calling. And our calling is essentially what some will call our purpose. So it's kind of what you innerly really want to do, like kind of what impact do you actually want to have on the world. Like, so for me, example, I really want to help people develop themselves, develop their own character. How can you build your discipline? How can you find what you're good at? How can you do all these things and just keep learning? So that's really something that I'm very passionate about. And like what you can say, our calling is more like you're not maybe categorize it as a passion, but more an obsession. So for most of us, is found in childhood, and like if you haven't found it yet, it can take some time because you have to keep working towards it, because then you start narrowing it down. But yeah, like for me, I started actually I want to be a bank. Working in a bank, then I was like, not really. Then, okay, I'm going to work with esports and making events, and I was like, yeah, maybe something with esports. Then I was, okay, I want to help people develop themselves through gaming and esports. And then I was, not really the gaming and esports part. Cut that and just actually want really to help people develop their characters. And I'm very interested in how you can do all that. So you also have to start going back and being a child again. So that's kind of the first step, is you want to be a child again, like with the curious mindset that you always looking at things. Okay, let me know about that. Because if you watch kids, like they were always asking you questions. Be quiet, please. Stop asking so many questions. Please, come on. And it's kind of annoying for most people, especially adults, just to keep asking, Dad, what about this? What does the dog don't have a... Okay, what the fuck with that noise? But yeah. So we want to so when we have started developing a curious mindset, just try to be more kind of open to things, like not just straight up just it's like this, but try to be what about this? Asking questions, asking other people's questions. What do you think about this? Not you don't want to just ask for questions, because that will make you more interested in people and so on. And the next thing is then you start, well, you can say backtracking a little bit. So you go back to where you start from your childhood. Then you start just listing down all the activities you have done where you really felt that you were gravitate towards, so you were just wide up. You got very close to it, and you were just locked in focus. There's nothing else. Like when you did it, you would just be, that's what I do, and I would just do it for like 5 hours. And then that will be it. Like, so it's also what you can call. It's times where you have been like in flow state, where you really enjoy what you do, like times and everything else. It just went out of the window. You were just in the zone, and then you will start seeing a pattern in like the things you gravitate towards. So you can start then you can start marking out the kind of trends that, okay, I was actually very into history. I was maybe into like animals, like that has maybe big interest for you. You are maybe very interested in like buildings, like how did they build this and so on and so forth. Like you will see this. So for me, like I always build things. So I built an igloo, a hideout, I had an idea with a friend to build a castle. I play video games that was very strategic, and I really enjoyed where you had to build the base up, and then you have build an army, and then you can attack. And hit the flow state when I bought a game called City Skylines, and you had to build a whole city. I built my own League of Legends team, so I always kind of build things, and that's something I really want to actually start pursuing, trying to, how can I build my own thing? Like, how can I build what I see in my head as an empire? And then I also start getting this interest for business. Okay, how can I connect it? And then start connecting business into it. And now also with all this self-development, character building, and adding that into it. So now I have this whole thing that I can build it around. And like the business and the self-development part is it's only discovered actually by trying pursuing my calling. Like, okay, when I looked at, okay, how can I build things? Okay, I want to build it. For me, building things is just improve it, make it better. And that was kind of it. When we just improve it and build it and make it better and bigger. And in that way, like, I just started narrowing it down. Like, you have to stop off sometimes, reflect back, okay, what did I enjoy here? What were very successful at? And then you try to do more of that. So you're always pushing yourself in the direction where you are. The second takeaway is actually, we have to find mentors with more experience and more knowledge than ourselves. So if you look at all great people that have done a lot of great things, they always have mentors, people they looked up to. It can be like role models, and you can have multiple of role models and mentors where you learn from. And that's kind of the next step. You have to find people that is in the same path. They are far ahead on the same path as we are. And you might go, as you also get to know your path more specific, you might change them up, which is okay, because you learn from all of them. But yeah, we then find mentors mentors on our path that has more experience, more knowledge, and then we start studying them. Like, okay, where did they come from? Where are they now? How did they go from point A to point B? What did they face? Who did it? And then you can go in there. Who did they look up to? Like, who they was their mentor? And okay, and then understand. Okay, what did he do? He did this. He did that. Okay, he did this to get to this point. Okay, this really set him off. Okay, how did he do that? And try just to understand, like, how did their journey evolve? Like, what some of the most key point that they learned in their journey, like in their experience, that really set them off to take the big jump. And when we start to understand that, like, we can take that and, okay, how can I, then we have to look at how can I apply it to my life? And then we try to modify it to our life in ways that make sense for us, so we're actually able to do it, so we don't feel like in a pain in the ass. And in that way, we are able to kind of test ideas, test methods our mentors have used. And in the beginning, that will just be knowledge for us, but when we then go ahead and do it, we actually gain experience, and those experience we can use them to later on to leverage ourselves to new heights. Number 3. So to kind of follow up on the mentor thing from it's not really a follow up, but like it's kind of aligning, because sometimes we have mentors we can communicate with, but other times we can't. But the third thing is more like our social skills, like how much social intelligence we have, because it's kind of very important to read people. Because even though, like, most people they will others people good, like they don't here to hurt you, but we still have to look out for people who might want to take advantage of us. They may be selfish and just think of themselves to lift them up. So we have to spot it out to be like, okay, I can't work with this person because they will just put me down. So we have to go out and see, okay, what is the intent of that guy? Okay, we can work with that guy over here to then maybe collaborate, and then we can lift each other up. And like, if you, for example, see with a lot of there are, for example, some YouTubers called David Dobrik, I think, where he did with some others, like what he called vlog squad. So they actually just kept vlogging together with each other, so they could mention each other in the videos, which then they help each other to actually elevate up, get more views, get more subs, and everything. But you can't do that every time, because some people might just want to fuck you over, basically, because we all have a dark side. So we need to have a very good social skills to read those people and kind of get them out of our life. Fourth takeaway is that you want to expand into a lot of different ideas. You just want to test out all kinds of ideas, because usually, like, people will be like, oh, that's a bad idea, that's a good idea, but how do you know? Have you tried? No. So how you can say it's a good or bad idea? And that's actually was an interesting point I heard from one of the Netflix founders, was that you actually don't know if an idea is good or bad before you have tested it. If the idea just falls straight to the ground, it's a bad one. If it goes up, it's a good one. So you can't really know. So you just have to try to test out all the ideas you have. Some of them you might not able to do at the moment. So just write them down, and so you have them for later. But yeah, try to test out as many ideas and methods you have, as you actually are able to do, because in that way it will help you also develop your skills to be more experienced and execute on very good ideas. And maybe like then you just find this one idea it's not, I don't know if it works, and then you just go out and do it, and you develop a lot of skills, and then boom, it just take off, and you just hit the jackpot. Like, and it's also, for example, like if you see with comedians, like often they got an like a joke they want to do, but in the beginning, like sometimes it's like it doesn't hit well, so they had to work on it, change up how to say it, maybe change some words to how to say it, try it again. It was a little bit better, but still trying to work on it. And other times they have a joke where they just go boom, and it just hit. It just get everyone. And the same like is with just ideas. Like sometimes you have to just test out the idea, then you adjust a little bit. Okay, then we try again, adjust a little bit, then we try again, we adjust a little bit, and then we just keep working on the idea. Because there's no idea is perfect in the beginning, because it all has flaws in it. So, but in order to make a good idea, we have to just keep working on it, but also be able to realize, okay, this goes nowhere. Let us get the fifth takeaway, which is quite the most important one, because we will never be able to go up and ask question maybe to a person, or maybe in a conference who know a lot, to ask for advice, or jump out to go for this idea. Because if we just keep staying in our comfort zone, we will go nowhere. We only develop through expanding out of our comfort zone to then explore like new things. So we have to seek this constantly have to seek being constantly uncomfortable, but you don't want to like jump very big out. We just want small steps. Okay, I did this. Small step, then I did that. Small step, then I did that. Because in that way we will slowly just, it's not that bad. Slowly, and then we start building up our confidence. Slowly and steady, we just building it up. We start doing bigger things, and then we start maybe doubting ourselves here, and now fuck it, we can do it. And then we actually fucking do it, and we're like, holy shit, okay, I actually fucking did it. And we start being, I can do that. Like, for example, like for me, I kept just working at this volunteer job where I just keep building on things that improve little things here and there, and just try to do a lot of things, had an open mind. And I started slowly like building my confidence up, not confidence, competencies, which then led to confidence, because I kind of had a foundation under it, but I also, in that path, I also started to realize, okay, I'm actually good at this, but I'm not great at this. Okay, so how can I focus on my strength here to leverage that to then make up for all my weaknesses. And in that way, it led to me be actually very competent to just operate our whole the whole organization, like making sure all the processes, systems, and everything was running, like the whole daily operation was going. And it actually started giving me, okay, I'm actually good at this. And to find what you're actually good at, you also have to look back, okay, what did you do good? What did you not do so good at? And then you actually start building your confidence, because you know, I can pull this off. I'm this good. And that is based on proof work, previous experience, that you're building your competence, and you will just be, fuck it, man, I can do it. And you have the confidence to take these ideas and just go after them and push them out one by one. So that was everything I have for you today. If you like the video, please hit the like button. If you want to see more, please hit the subscribe button. I have a new video every single Thursday, 10 p.m. European time. And if you want to share this with a friend, please share it. And let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Take care.